Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is time for Table Fire Tuesday, episode 10. Okay, guys, so we have some fun things. There's kind of been a crazy week with news and wrestling.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
First, let's address this. You guys were expecting to see the fourth bro this episode. We had a family illness. Everything is okay.
Yeah.
Just pushed back the interview for health and precautionary reasons. So, Dozer will be back. Stay tuned for when he will be here. Jumping right over to it. Vince McMahon is, I guess, okay, what would you call it?
Busted, I guess? And I don't know if you
Busted?
I don't know if you want to say busted, but he's in a fucked up situation. I'll say that.
I mean, it's definitely fucked up. So, I mean, I don't want to comment on it too much just because we don't have the facts. And I'm not a fan of, like, commenting on things that are like that unless we have, like, the facts. But
all we know is that he sort of embezzled $3 million from the company's funds for hush money for an affair that he had in 2019.
And if you know Vince McMahon, that just seems like a very Vince McMahon thing to do.
Oh, definitely. Supposedly he was, like, not feeding, but like giving females to John Laurinaitis, too.
Yeah, mad weird. I mean, whatever it is, they're going to get caught if they're getting investigated.
They tried to say something about Kevin Dunn, too, the producer, and it was supposedly fake.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, they got Stephanie taking over for him.
But he's still in control of creative decisions.
Yeah, okay, so it's like saying I'm the boss, but we're going to say I'm not the boss just because it looks good.
The product's not going to change. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean...
Speaking of product not changing... Dun! 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 Dun!
Yeah, we had Brock return and come after Roman, like...
For the,
Who cares? It's like thousands.
Yeah.
I'm just overseeing them fight each other. The matches aren't even good. They're just very basics. They look like sloppy
matches.
matches.
Now it's a last man standing match, so you're telling us it's just going to be the same match with no pinfalls?
Yeah, they're going to knock the shit out of each other the same way they did the last time, almost nearly fucking concuss each other and call it a night.
At least it's not Goldberg and Undertaker.
Shit, I mean, at this point, we've had Roman versus Brock more times than we've had that.
I mean, you're true,
They're just, like, force-feeding us this rivalry.
It's true, honestly, but their matches are a little bit better than that.
A little bit. Not much. A little bit.
Out of their matches, what do you feel was their best match? Just off the top of your head, if you had to pick one.
The first one they did.
Mania 31, yeah, I was going to say the same.
And then that was it. After that, I really don't care.
There are a lot of people I see that are going to be like, their Mania 34 match was good, where he busted the shit out of Roman's face.
It's just getting to the point where I feel Brock is returning, and it doesn't even make him look scary anymore. It's just like, oh, Brock's back.
Yeah, but now it's Cowboy Brock, so it's
but
fun.
It's just like, eh.
I love Cowboy Brock, but I
like it. I just
don't like the
over
feud.
it with Roman.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we have, well, I guess where should we jump to next?
The reason why Brock's a SummerSlam opponent? Because Orton's out with an injury.
Injury on the back.
It's going to be out for the rest of the year.
There's a lot of injuries going around wrestling right now.
We got Punk, we got Cody, we got Orton, we got, I'm hearing Edge is injured too. But I'm not 100% sure if that's facts or
not. I hope
not. Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Who else is just injured? I don't even remember who else. That's how I can't keep counting.
Who'd you say? Punk, Brian,
Cody.
Cody, or no? You didn't say Cody. You didn't say Cody. That's who you left out.
Oh, I didn't.
No. And you just said Edge, possible.
True.
It's possible. We don't know yet, but yeah.
But Brian's going to be on Dynamite this week. They just announced that.
Mm-hmm.
Give us Brian, Zack Sabre Jr., Forbidden Door. That's all I'm asking.
Banger of a match.
Everything will be perfect in this world.
Yeah, man. But just let's hope Orton gets healthy and is back
definitely.
soon.
Where do you think they're going to do with Riddle now that he's out of action? They just took him out of the world title picture after SmackDown.
So, I guess we can use this to segue into our Money in the Bank predictions.
That's fair.
I mean, Riddle is definitely a contender to win it. I would much rather see a guy who has not been champion yet win the Money in the Bank. I know that you kind of want Seth to win.
I have two specific predictions for this entire match.
I would really prefer it if Riddle, or I would like even a wild card like Montez Ford. And if I didn't get to pick either of those, I would say I would like Cena to win the Money in the Bank. But
that's my second prediction. But it's just the storytelling is what my predictions are.
Mm-hmm.
Seth wins Money in the Bank. He can cash in at SummerSlam during Roman Brock and pull off the heist of the century 2.0. Hold it till Mania to lose it to who else but Cody Rhodes, the man he took out with an injury.
Now, do you think that they're going to let Cody beat him that many times, Seth? And then even for the title?
Definitely.
Also,
at this point,
do you think Seth
happening.
should get that Money in the Bank again? You don't think there's someone more entertaining or better than Seth that could get it?
I think Seth's the most entertaining person on the show right now. I think he's over with the crowd more right now than he's ever been. I think
ever been? I don't think so.
For a while. For the past 4 years, yes.
I think that the Money in the Bank should go to someone who doesn't have that status behind him. You have that status about Seth in your head that he is that good and he is that guy for the company. But he could just rightfully ask and challenge someone for a fucking title match. And be gratefully deserving of it.
I think Seth's just earned it at this point.
Yeah. I just feel like
he just lost 3 times in a row, pay-per-view wise, to Cody. Give him a damn pay-per-view win. Give him the Money in the Bank.
I would rather him get a win, but not the Money in the Bank. Only because I just don't want to... the Money in the Bank was one of my favorite matches. And I guess now it's just a pay-per-view that they keep doing the nonsense with. And giving it to people like fucking Otis and shit like that. Where it goes on to do absolutely
I feel like
fucking nothing.
last year when they did Money in the Bank, it went to Big E. And he was never a champion, and to put him in the title picture, it gave him great wonders. I think this year they should just give it to someone who's either had it or has been a world champion if they have to. That's why I don't have a problem with it.
Surprise, pulling out of my back pocket right now, Edge.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
I would love that.
That would be awesome.
Get Cena versus Edge.
Or give it to AJ. AJ is a great choice for it. Even though Seth beat AJ to get into it, I can see them pulling a last chance battle royal and AJ wins it. But my Cena prediction for this entire Money in the Bank is pretty wild. I could see him doing it to cash in at either SummerSlam or whenever to win his 17th championship, but also avenge his Money in the Bank loss from cashing in on Punk.
Yeah, I feel like he deserves... if anybody should do it and successfully cash in and they get it that way, it should be him.
Or a wild card if Cena won it. He doesn't cash in for a world title. He cashes in for the Intercontinental title and becomes Grand Slam champion.
I don't know.
But that's like a fantasy world type thing.
Damn, I can't believe he never held that title.
Yeah. Well, it was because at the time he debuted, the U.S. title was a prime thing to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And he was prime.
I just feel like he could have elevated that Intercontinental Championship.
Definitely. Give us a spinner Intercontinental title.
I don't know. I love the white strap, so I was always envious for them bringing them back. Who brought it back? Cody? Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was Cody or The Miz who brought it back.
It was undashing Cody Rhodes.
But yeah. Before we move on to our little special thing that we have, let's talk about this before we jump into the little ranking that we're going to do. Sasha Banks has been released by WWE.
It's weird because they really...
It's not really confirmed, but it's kind of confirmed.
They didn't confirm it, but they kind of confirmed it, yes. Supposedly her lawyers were trying to get a release for the past few years or since last year.
She's probably very unhappy in that company, and I get it.
I mean, that makes sense. They're not going to supposedly they're not letting go of Naomi.
Who was it that recently said they could create a clone of her?
Oh, we saw, I think, I don't know if there was anyone specific who said it, but there was this little report going around. They said they believe they can make a clone of Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because they own the Sasha Banks gimmick.
You can't. Sasha Banks, she has the power of the Snoop on her side. That's in her blood, okay?
Yeah, that's 100%.
So, no matter what you do, you're not going to stop that. I mean, yeah, you own Sasha Banks, the name, but what is she just going to go somewhere else and be like Mercedes?
Probably. Or just another name, maybe. I don't know. I mean, she could technically use Banks if she wanted. She just doesn't
just
Sasha.
Be Banks?
Or no, Mercedes Banks or not Sasha.
Okay.
Because
okay.
technically... Malachi Black used black, and he was Aleister Black in WWE.
Yeah, so you could use part of it. She could use part of it.
If she really wanted to. I'm sure she could figure out a
Do you
loophole.
think that she'll keep that same gimmick, or will she adjust it to go somewhere else?
Maybe mix of both. I could see her using it in a way.
You know what I think would be cool? Like, if I saw her going anywhere, AEW. Jade Cargill.
I feel like it's what everybody says.
Jade Cargill.
A lot. I heard someone say that they want to see her in Stardom in Japan. And I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad at it, but I just feel like where would we be able to see that?
I don't think it's hard to find, and I'm pretty sure you can find it.
Yeah, I just feel like, is that where, think about it, she's one of the top women in WWE. You think that's where she's going to go? Not to AEW, this place that has network
I'm just saying that someone said
I feel like that's what she's looking for. I mean, at least that's where
or Impact. She can honestly go to Impact.
True. I think the women's division at AEW would benefit from her.
I feel like the AEW women's division is pretty stacked right now.
I think they're stacked, but I don't think any of them are as stacked to be.
I just feel like at this point you're going to say, oh, so half of your big stars in AEW's women's division are just former WWE people, and I just don't want that for AEW. I want them to grow their own talent.
I mean, I
like
don't
Jade
see
Cargill.
that. Their two top girls that I consider being fucking Britt Baker and Jade
Yeah.
are not from WWE.
No, I'm just saying, I just don't feel like the two people that should take titles off these girls should be ex-WWE people. I think you should continue the going with OGs of AEW.
I'm also going to throw this out there. Thunder Rosa, damn, way to sandbag Marina Shafir. I don't like
Marina Shafir.
I mean, look, it's not like I'm her biggest fan, but damn, come on. Be a better sport than that. Okay. I had to throw my jab in there. But,
I'm going to throw in my women's jab. Fuck Ronda Rousey.
Every week.
I'm down.
Okay. So, it wasn't the other day, or what is it? I don't know if it happened yet or happened, but we have officially reached 20 years of John Cena.
It's next week.
Next week,
Literally
20 years of John Cena. So, in honor of that, Megga and I have decided to pull our top 10 John Cena attires. We're going to go from the 10 spot down to what we think was the best. 10 being the worst. Or not the worst, but our lesser favorite of the iconic ones. We only did 10. There are a lot of them. But we didn't do ones that are one-offs, things that he wore for 1 month.
Or got sued for, supposedly.
Yeah, or I don't know if he got sued for, but they probably got a cease and desist from the shirt for that PBR one. But yeah, okay, so let's start up. Coming in at number 10, we have
the 2010-ish
orange Never Give Up C-Nation shirt. This where he's deadlifting.
Yeah, the Mania 26 attire.
Yeah,
when he fought Batista.
You'll be seeing them. I probably dropped this one in already, but you'll be seeing the clips. I'll drop them in.
I'll be your little encyclopedia for the matches you want.
I mean, compared to the other ones we have on this list, this one's good. It's just
it's iconic, definitely, but it's...
He did a lot of variations of these types of shirts, so I feel like that's why I put it lower. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like the color. It's one of the colors that I didn't hate.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was another thing.
But out of these 10, definitely lower region of that.
Coming in, number 9 on our list.
The green and orange. I mean, orange, yellow.
Green and yellow.
I may be colorblind at this point. I don't know. I'm stuck in the orange. I just can't get it out of my head now. It's a very colorful color. But the green and yellow. From if you can remember, at SummerSlam 09 when he fought Orton. Orton used the DQs and the countouts.
So what I'll say about this shirt is the reason I think I put it so low on the list is because I remember having this shirt.
I used to have the hat.
And I remember how uncomfortable wearing that shirt was because of that, print. That circular, thick print.
Definitely.
So that was why
I don't like that about a lot of WWE shirts. This one, it's very comfortable.
Oh, yeah, but some of Cena's ones are very thick in the print.
Yeah.
So that was why I ranked it
especially at this time,
But it's an iconic one, I feel.
The only reason why I put it a little lower is I feel like it's a very basic shirt.
Yeah.
It's just him doing an AA.
Yeah. Cartoon Cena AA.
A lot better ones.
Yeah. Speaking of which...
mention is the 8-bit one.
Oh, the 8-bit one. Yeah, that's not on the list. He didn't wear it long enough for us to consider it, but...
Yeah.
Still.
Honorable mention, though.
Coming up to number 8... See, I arguably think that this one should be ranked higher. I think there were other ones that knocked it out of the water, and I think it's just cool because it's like based off of the Mario game.
That, and it's also his all on the back of the shirt. If I can maybe find a picture, I can drop it in with it.
All the championships.
All the championships, and I think it's like the matches he won in it, or something like that, or years. I think
like
it was.
just doing the Mario cover, it's like a nostalgia.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I put it in. That's why
this is only a one-time attire. I can see him wearing it.
And we said we didn't put any one time. This is probably the only one we did.
Yeah, because he wore it for SummerSlam of last year against Roman, which he could possibly wear it in his return next week. So
and
we don't know
good.
yet.
It was really good. He also in the little logo, there's like the classic symbol too.
Oh, really?
Right there.
Oh my god! I just realized that
it's in the little bottom, and also there's like a little HLR thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I feel like he never did with shirts. That was cool.
Wow.
Number 7.
Yeah. The purple.
Purple Never Give Up shirt.
He also wore the John Cena.
Yeah.
This where he wore the mask. I love that.
Yeah, I like this one. I was a fan of the purple.
He wore it for a while.
Some people didn't like it. Yeah, he wore it for a while.
During his Nexus feud.
And the shirt was comfortable. I had that one too. Yeah.
The hat too was comfortable. I'm a hat guy. So.
Out of the ones that he did, like the orange and the purple and the red one, I think this might be one of my favorites. I know we have another one a little higher on the list, but that one I feel is more iconic. I feel like
this one's a little better also because it's not a bright fucking color.
It's like a regular purple, not like neon purple or anything like that.
If you were to wear this out like in the sun, it won't bright off of you like other than like
you're not like
shirt.
reflecting and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 6.
Chain Gang.
Chain 54. Gang Soldier jersey. This one had to go on here just because it's a jersey and like
he did a lot of jerseys, but this was his jersey.
Yeah. So that was a dope thing. There were also like he wore the Chain Gang necklace with it and the fucking Nux.
And he had the WWE title.
Yeah, so that was dope. That one, I feel like this one just had to be on the list, and where it got ranked was just because some other ones I feel blew it out of the water, even though it's a very good one.
Definitely.
Let's jump to number 5.
Rise Above Hate.
The red, white, and blue. I wasn't really a fan of this one. I know that we ranked it high because it is pretty iconic, and I feel like it's one of his more known
I feel like
shirts.
at this time when he wore it, a lot of people were like thinking it was like going towards a heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this was leading towards his Mania match with The Rock, the first one.
Oh, yeah, and he was like teasing being kind of like cocky.
Yeah, but he was also supposed to turn heel in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And they butchered that entire thing because he wouldn't be like an idol to the kids. He was supposed to get his own NWO like faction.
Shit, I would have been down with that. Who cares about the kids?
Well, since this is a Be a Star shirt also, in the arm you can see it's a Be a Star shirt, the bully campaign. I just realized that, so I guess he cares about the kids.
Yeah. Coming up next we have number 4.
There it is!
The other of that
red
Fruity Pebble line that he came out with, but this was the red one. I think the purple's better than the red, but this, I guess, the hat's different.
The only reason why I put this high up is it's iconic with a moment in history with CM Punk beating him.
Oh, yeah,
the Money in the Bank, and he was wearing that shirt. And that was his 2011 summer attire.
It's also one of the ones where he switches up doing that, like, colored, two-toned hat. And it's a solid colored hat with just the underbrim being a different color. That I enjoyed. And definitely for the iconic moment of that. That's why I think I would
also, the Rise Above Hate one was the only time I think he stopped doing jean shorts.
Because he wore the army ones. Yeah. Next up, coming in at number 3. We're at the top 3 right now.
Yeah.
This is top 3 Cena attires. The blue.
The AWA?
Hustle, American Wrestling Association. He took the logo and did his own little spin on it.
With him doing the STF with his screaming, ah! Face.
Yeah. I love this one. It's one of my tops, obviously, since we put it in the 3 spot.
I also enjoy it because of his the other Mania moment where all the Cenas come out and do the...
It's while he held the World Heavyweight title. which is you don't Cena didn't do that often.
He held it like 3 times.
Twice
in 2010 and once in 2013.
I feel like when I see him with that belt, this is the attire I picture him in.
Yes.
And I loved the play on the logo. It was one of I feel like one of the more original ones he did.
I honestly don't think he wore this that long either.
Probably not, but it's very good. Honorable mention, it goes up to like the PBR one. I really like that one.
Yeah.
We didn't put that on the list. Okay. Next up, number 2. Hustle,
you knew it was gonna
loyalty,
be there.
respect, with the dog on the back.
The Mania, well, not really Mania 24 attire, because you wore a jersey at Mania 24.
Yeah, but this is around that time.
It was sort of the same thing.
This was the first Cena shirt I ever owned. I fucking loved it. I'm pretty sure I had the hat and the wristbands.
Yeah, we did. But his jersey attire that he did with a spin-off of this is also, like, up there, like an honorable mention for me. I love that attire.
I was a fan of the chain link, like the chain with the sign. I like that. That was something different.
This is also his Rumble return attire.
Rumble return, a great moment. If you don't know that moment, you should know it because
otherwise you're not a wrestling fan.
This was a great one, and also like the wristbands he's wearing in this photo aren't the ones he wore with it.
This was like after he returned. This has to be like right after.
But very, very great shirt. Number 1. And this goes down to number 1 because it's unlike any other shirt I feel like he's worn. The classic Word Life logo, the baseball tee, with the hat to match and the lock necklace. This is probably my favorite version of Cena.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like it's everybody's
It's my favorite shirt. I got it after the one that was on number 2, the Hustle, Loyalty, Respect chain one.
This is around the time he started wearing that when he did his feud with Carlito.
Yeah.
The U.S. title.
Yes. But this, oh my god, and it's just my favorite version of Cena. Like, this is a funny, talking shit Cena.
New babyface. He wasn't that heel Dr.
But he was, like, funny, and it was and
people were loving it.
And I love baseball tees, and I love that shirt, and I love the logo, and just fucking epic.
I wonder if we could find that shirt today.
I don't know. If I can, I'm going to order it.
Or like 2. One for me.
But, yeah. So, those are our top 10 Cena attires.
There
are obviously so many more.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a favorite and you think we missed it or left it off the list, drop it in the comments. Guys. We're almost on 3 months.
I think we're over that.
Maybe. We might be just approaching.
We probably started around middle of March, almost the end of June. We're over.
But I'm going based off episode wise. I think we're right around the 3-month mark, like right reaching being over it. But thanks for sticking in there with us.
Definitely.
Things change week to week. Sometimes we say that there's going to be a guest and they're not here. So I'm glad that no one is angry about that. Just know that we're trying to get the greatest content out to you. Also, be prepared for a scenery change. Right now, we're using the space for our podcast, and we are looking to expand. The expansion is coming, so be ready for it, because we are not fucking around.
You're very hyped about that.
I'm very hyped. I'm very excited. I'm very, very, very excited about it. And I can't wait to share it with them. So, that's going to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, I say that all the time. It's like my thing. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe you'll see a shirt that says,
Ladies and gentlemen, get the fuck out of here. I am your Chair Shot Chronicle champion, Nick, the motherfucking Natural.
I'm the future champ, Johnny Megga. Sir,
I said no hands on the belt. I polish it. I don't need your fingerprints all over it, okay?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm not sorry.
Better recognize. So people, thank you for joining us for episode 10. This has been an amazing time we've had. We've ranked some stuff. We've talked about scandals. We talked about injuries.
Yeah.
Once again, your champ Nick Natural signing off, and this guy right here.
Future champ Johnny Megga.
And his dreams, baby. But we will see you next week.